I'm not only talking about Billboard charts, I'm talking about the Forbes list. You understand what I'm saying?
If it wasn't for Tony, oh.
I'm going to be doing my Unpopular Opinions Aaliyah edition. If you haven't checked it out, I did my Michael Jackson edition last week, and I'm going to leave it right here for you. Let's get into it. First unpopular opinion is that I feel like AJ Nothing But a Number was not Aaliyah's worst album. To me, Aaliyah doesn't have a worst album. Now, when you compare it with her next two albums, One in a Million and Aaliyah self-titled, that one might rank lower. But to say it's the worst album, and you know, because of the R. Kelly situation, you know, people tend to, that it's like, people feel like that album is tainted. But the music to me on Aaliyah's first album was really good. And one thing I can't do is deny good music, even though R. Kelly wrote and produced the whole album and it has that one similar sound throughout all the songs. I don't feel like Aaliyah had a worse album to me. My next unpopular opinion is that Aaliyah was actually a great songwriter. Now, a lot of people don't know, but Aaliyah wrote songs. But the thing is that her most famous singles and, you know, songs that you always heard on the radio, her biggest singles, were not written by her. To be honest, I feel like I saw a good article that called Aaliyah the interpreter. Like, she was able to tell artists and songwriters like Static, Timbaland, Missy what her thoughts were, what she wanted to talk about, and they were able to translate that into songs. Now, Aaliyah had that talent because she did write songs like No Days Go By. She wrote Death of a Player with her brother Rashad. Aaliyah was a really good songwriter, but she didn't exercise that muscle a lot. But I feel like I feel like had she had the time, she would have definitely wrote a lot of songs for her next upcoming albums. Because if you listen to the songs that she wrote, they're really good, as far as the lyrics go. Now this one, this might be a little, you know, a lot of people didn't know about this. I didn't know about this until a few years ago, but there's a, you know, One in a Million, but they made a One in a Million remix. And to me, the One in a Million remix is better than the original song. Now, don't get mad. We all know One in a Million is legendary, but I listen to the remix, I just love it better. Like Timbaland had this thing where he would take the original song and remix it, and the way he would do the beat, and it's like a more mid-tempo version of the original One in a Million, and I just like it better than the original. That's just my thoughts on it. My next unpopular opinion is that while I like Romeo Must Die better as a movie than Queen of the Damned, I like Aaliyah's Akasha character better than Trish from Romeo Must Die. Now, the reason why I say that is because I feel like the Akasha character really showed Aaliyah's range as an actress, and you can see how, like, it was fun watching Aaliyah play like an evil character, because, you know, Aaliyah was so sweet and nice, and she had that personality where people thought she was so nice and an angel, but it was really fun watching Aaliyah play like an evil vampire, and she looked good while doing it. Fun to see Aaliyah play an evil vampire character. As far as Trish was a good character, but I felt like Trish was more like a sassy Aaliyah, like Aaliyah but with a bit more sass. But Queen of the Damned, Akasha, really showed Aaliyah's acting talents. And to me, I feel like by now, with all the movies Aaliyah has set up, and who knows what other movies she could have been doing for like the last 18 years, I feel like Aaliyah would at least had an Oscar nomination by now. Okay, now this is when people critique Aaliyah and her legacy, this is one of the main things I see. But you know, as a real fan, we saw through it all. My next unpopular opinion is that Aaliyah was actually a dope live performer, and she could sing live. Period! She said this in one of her interviews, and she said it here and there, but Aaliyah had like stage fright, right? But she overcame that stage fright. And the thing with Aaliyah is, most of her songs, the tempo and the way she sung, and her voice, they were kind of hard to translate into a live performance. And the thing with that is, okay, Aaliyah wasn't that type of artist. She wasn't that type of artist to just stand there and sing, like, say, how Mariah Carey used to do, like, just stand there and sing with the spotlight on her. No, Aaliyah was a dancer. So when you look up all her live performances, Aaliyah's dancing, moving, stepping, spinning. So a lot of her songs she sung in a high voice. She's not gonna get up there. It's harder to sing in a higher voice when you're dancing and moving around. That's why Aaliyah sung deeper. Because I seen a lot of people was like, oh, how Aaliyah sound like an angel in the studio, but when she get on stage, she sounded like Barry White. And I'm like, wow, really? Barry White? But Aaliyah, the only reason why Aaliyah used that deeper voice is because it's easier to sing in a deeper voice when you're dancing and doing steps. So that a lot of people give Aaliyah flack for that, like, oh, she couldn't sing live. Oh my God, she was horrible. Oh, she sound like. But I'm like, she really was a dope performer. Especially if you haven't seen her Superfest, SUPA Superfest performances. I think they were like 1997. Those performances were really good, and she had the energy, she had the moves, and her voice sounded good while dancing at that type of caliber. So to all the people that always had something to say, I feel like Aaliyah was a dope live performer, and she could sing live. She had her moments where she would sound a little shaky, but it wasn't that bad. Every artist had to develop and grow, and I feel like as Aaliyah got older and she developed her craft, she would have been one of the top live performers of today.
Holding on. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be. I'm gonna take you. Oh, higher you. No. Oh, no. You are lonely. Oh, yeah. You are lonely. That worry.
Might draw some split decisions, but I feel like Aaliyah's More Than a Woman video was her best music video, and that's the video that had the best choreography for me. Fatima Robinson was her choreographer. I feel like More Than a Woman is her best music video because I don't know, the way, first of all, the creative aspect of it. She was dancing inside of a motorcycle engine, and you see her dancing with the white on and the nice Chanel jumpsuit, and she had the ponytail. She was just glowing. That video, my face lights up, my energy is high, and it's like, I don't know. And Aaliyah was glowing in that video. And just to see her dancing and stuff, it's like she was dancing next to the motorcycle pistons, and then you go to the other scene with the leather outfit, which she had the straps on, and she's dancing, and the little tower dance she did at the end. Come on now. I feel like that was Aaliyah's best music video, and that was her best choreography to me. I would say We Need a Resolution and Try Again are the runner-ups for her best music video, but to me, More Than a Woman is her best music video, and I like that choreography the most. Some people might disagree with me on this, but the song What If from Aaliyah's self-titled album, that was a song that really saw Aaliyah venturing into like the rock aspect. Because if you didn't know, Aaliyah was going to collaborate with a rock group called 9 Inch Nails, and she was really a big rock fan, and Aaliyah was really experimental with her third album. But the song What If, which is that rock influenced song, I feel like that could have been mixed a little better, because it's certain parts of that song. The song is a dope song, especially the instrumental. But it's parts of that song What If where I feel like the instrumental is too loud, and it's like it drowns out Aaliyah's voice to the point where it sounds like she's almost screaming for help at certain parts of the song. Like, I don't know. The song is dope, but it's like when it gets towards the middle, like after the chorus a little bit, she's like almost screaming over the instrumental, and it's like drowning her out a little bit. So I feel like that song could have been mixed a little better, but that's just my opinion on that.
My opinion, right? Okay. Now,
speaking of Aaliyah's self-titled album, my next one is that Aaliyah's self-titled album deserves some Grammys. Now, the only reason why this is an unpopular opinion is because she didn't win. If the opinion was popular to the Grammy committee, she would have won, but she didn't. So I feel like Aaliyah's self-titled album definitely deserves some Grammys, whether it was for like best one of her songs or definitely best R&B album. She definitely deserves some Grammys for her last self-titled album. She definitely did. This one is the one that really, every time I see this, it gets on my nerves. But from my point of view, and this is not me speaking as a fan to protect Aaliyah's innocence or whatever, no. My next unpopular opinion is that Aaliyah did not date Jay-Z. Every time, people post up pictures of them at the party where she's wearing white and she's hugged next to Jay-Z, but it's like, Aaliyah did not date him. I don't think Aaliyah dated Jay-Z. They were just friends. Now, Aaliyah saw him as a big brother, and guys and girls could be friends. It could be like, some of the best friendships are like guys and girls that knew each other for. Now, Jay-Z wanted Aaliyah. You could definitely tell that. But Aaliyah just saw him as a brother, friend zoned him. She didn't go out with him. She was with Damon Dash, but I do not think she dated Jay-Z. And that's an unpopular opinion because, believe it or not, so many people believe she was with him, but I don't think she was. No. My next unpopular opinion is that Aaliyah did the snake dance first, and she did it better than Britney Spears. Now, this is an unpopular opinion because when Britney Spears, I feel like Britney Spears or her team took that idea. They saw Aaliyah in the We Need a Resolution video with the snakes, and they took that idea and they performed it at the VMAs that Aaliyah was supposed to perform at. And they had her come up with a snake, and that performance was good, but like Aaliyah deserved more credit for that because Britney Spears came up with the snake and she was dancing, whatever. And first of all, Britney Spears was scared of the snakes. Aaliyah was not scared of the snakes. Aaliyah was natural. She even had pet snakes. I feel like Aaliyah doesn't give enough credit for the snake dancing because Britney Spears just took that idea and ran with it, or her team took the idea and ran with it. But I feel like Aaliyah did it better. And she did it first. My last unpopular opinion is that Aaliyah would definitely be on top today. Now, the reason why I say that is because when people discuss Aaliyah, they be like, oh, she'll be washed up. She'll be like Brandy and Monica. Oh, look where the other people are. Look at where Maya is. Look at where Brandy is. Oh, like Aaliyah. I even seen somebody say Aaliyah would be on, if Aaliyah was alive today, she would be on Love and Hip Hop. Really? Really? That's how far you're taking this? If you know, and a lot of people don't know, all the things Aaliyah had lined up in 2001 alone, had her booked up until 2007. I'm talking about movie deals, TV deals, I can say like a perfume line, hair line, all these different, a fashion line with her friend Kidada, all the things Aaliyah had lined up. And you telling me Aaliyah would be washed up? And I'm not talking about, when I say Aaliyah would be on top, I'm not only talking about Billboard charts, I'm talking about the Forbes list. You understand what I'm saying? Like Aaliyah was building an empire, similar to how Rihanna is today, where Rihanna got people begging for her music because, she's on her empire stuff right now, and she's at the top of the Forbes list. That's what I feel like Aaliyah would be doing, because Aaliyah, at a certain point in time, she realized, okay, music is good and music was sustainable, but Aaliyah was venturing out all about her business and building, because anybody knows, okay, with music, you can only do so much with that. It's a point in time in your career where you have to venture out, and I feel like Aaliyah would have been one of the top female artists, or top artists in general, with an empire, with different business deals in all different directions, and she would definitely be on top today. That's it. Like, it's no discussions, no debate. Aaliyah would definitely be on top today. Period! That was just my unpopular opinions on Aaliyah, one of my other favorite artists. Like I said before, this was something, it was a fun video I wanted to do, a spin on the unpopular opinions trend. If you haven't saw it yet, check out my Michael Jackson one I did. That was my last video. And what are your unpopular opinions about Aaliyah? About her career, about her music, or just Aaliyah as a person in general? Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell on this side by the subscribe button so you can always see when I post. And thank you for watching. I'll see y'all in the next video.